Bang Bang. It's your boy Brolic with my bro Reggie from Muscle Squad.
What up, what up, what up?
We in the building. The Avengers in motion. It's happening, and it's happening right now.
Live in action.
Today, of course, breaking bread with brothers, that's what we do. Met Reggie in person. Outstanding dude. Got a heart of a lion. Met Big Drew from 5%. I mean, it's the same sentence, the same story. Dudes are great dudes with great personality, and they inspire me, Even training with them today, they were getting busy. Reggie was playing with the 405. You look at the dude, how strong a dude really is, but he was playing with the 405. And I'm trying to keep up with them because I ain't 100%, but the attitude and the passion had me in the fight with them, and I could only commend them for that, man, because when people can motivate you, that's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And that's what the Avenger about. The Avengers is just like, being superheroes in our personal life. Because I know you're a father, you know what I mean? You're a friend, you're a brother, you're a mentor, and that makes you a fucking superhero in my book.
Right.
You know what I mean? And every time you see our videos, anytime Gym Gang is going up against someone, any kind of like madness that's going on with Gym Gang, you got Reggie come through with the, with the fellowship. he always drawing it down the middle. Yeah. And what I love about him, because what I like about anybody, especially with him, is when you addressing the public about something and giving clarity, you don't play one side. You got to cut it down the middle. You know what I mean? So you got to respect someone that's honest, and you got to respect their honest opinion, because that's just the way he is, and he put it down the middle. So we're really trying to save fitness. Reggie been speaking about it. I kind of played into some of the negativity. Y'all see me in the ring. I was throwing the punches and the hooks, and maybe I got a little drunk with it. But Reggie highlighted a couple things. That's why we're building right now, where he was like, it should stay positive. It should always be positive, because we are role models, and we have people looking up to us, and you don't know who's watching.
Right.
We don't want anybody take it the wrong way. I don't mean anyone that we got into altercation with verbally any harm. I wish everyone success. There are things between men sometimes and our egos that get the best of us, and I think at that point the egos got the best of me. Yeah. You know what I mean, Reggie? I mean, what's your take on it?
I mean, bro, I looked at it like, you spoke on it, but you waited, you sat back and watched everything. So, I feel like the way you played it was smart, but like the back and forth situation, it shouldn't go to that, because at the end of the day, we're trying to better the whole fitness community. It's getting watered down. A lot of people is doing different things, and man, we got a voice. Most definitely, Gym Gang, man. I've been following you guys for some years now, man. I got a lot of respect for a lot of you as individuals, and more respect now as I met you guys in person. Because of me, I'm an energy person. I go off of vibes, you know what I mean? And I feel the vibe and energy from you guys, same as when I look at you guys, Instagram, Facebook, all your social media. So man, we try to come in with a new wave. As far as the new wave is building with each other, you know what I mean? That's just like the Avengers, like the movies, you know what I mean? They come together when it's time to, for one purpose, you know what I mean? If it's to take down the bad guys, or just the same as we're doing in the fitness industry. We coming together to build this new wave, to show people like, man, it's possible. I'm from Oklahoma, you know what I mean? You guys in New York, we got Big Drew, Florida, you know what I mean? We all over, so for the Avengers gonna take over the whole fitness, you know what I mean? That's what we're trying, but in a positive way. So I hope people don't take the wrong thing, you know what I mean? So
that takeover word is dangerous.
Yeah. So that's why I try to clear it up, like, we just with positive energy, man. We're trying to keep it positive, keep motivating the youth, man, because that's what it's about, man. They looking up to us because of what they see us do in the gym, but we trying to show them, even outside of the gym, how we get to where we at today. And that's just like you said, number one rule, bro, and this is why I respect you, because it take a man to show another man to be a bigger man. You see what I'm saying? So when you take the downfall where you know that you did wrong, that's making you a better person, building character. See, a lot of people don't do that because they're not real enough and honest enough to accept that. You gotta accept yourself.
No ego tripping, man.
Yeah, definitely. So man,
blind leadership.
Yeah, man.
Like, I know when I act a damn fool.
Yeah.
I know I could be a damn fool. But I mean, righteousness is something that you have to practice. Being ignorant, that's natural. You know what I mean? You could be stubborn, ignorant, and bitter. That's just life. Could do that to you.
Right.
But they say don't let situations dictate who you are.
Yeah.
So, overall, when you do things, like me personally, when I do things sometimes that may not be 100% or sit right with me, when I'm chilling, I reflect. When I reflect and I can't balance it out, then I know I gotta address it. I don't run from it.
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people say, like, well, everybody talk this shit that they from the streets. We all from the streets. We're
Right,
we're black men in America. We all had it hard. We all come from some form of trials and tribulation.
Most definitely.
What we do now with the platform that's given to us is try to make effect change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I gave the streets a lot of me. So when it comes to positive, I'm gonna give that a lot too.
Right.
And in the process of doing that, I'm willing to sacrifice the necessary steps in order to push that campaign. You know, because I got kids. I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my son to do nothing I did and glorify it, and then he got to teach his son what I had to learn, and so forth. So that's a generational curse.
Right, we gotta break the cycle.
Yeah, that's not. It don't make no sense. You know, it made no sense for us to be all be dummies.
Right.
You know what I mean? Having a conversation about why we shouldn't have been dummies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's definitely in our best interest to pass the jewel on. You know what I mean? And I love a fact. You know, one thing I can remember with Tupac, the late Shakur, he said, I might not be able to affect change, but I might plant the seed
Right.
that affects change. And I thought that was powerful, you know?
Yeah.
And even Pac, you know, God rest, even with his wisdom, he had his negativity.
Yeah.
So you see it in all of us. And I think us as a black culture, and I'm not knocking any other culture, but us as a black culture, we need to affect change. You know, recently I was pulled over, like, 3 nights ago? I was pulled over by the police. And I'm gonna tell you something, right? Sometimes it's when I say, man, damn, I'm lucky I do got a shield. Because they pulled me over, I was doing about 30 miles an hour. I was cruising, I was coming from the gym, cruising. I saw lights, so I pulled over. Normally, and I'm telling y'all for y'all own good, what I do, I play the sucker role. Took the car off, drop all the windows, and I put my hand out the window.
Yeah.
Put my hand out the window with the lights on, because I don't want no mistakes.
Right.
You know what I mean? I gotta go home to my family. So what happened was when the cop came up to me, they put the light in my face. So he was like, well, don't make no sudden moves. I'm like, the light. So the dude asked me to get my license and registration. I went to get it, but then he stopped me and said, who caused this?
Yeah.
So I laughed because I didn't expect that.
Right.
He said, what's so funny? I said, you asked me who caused. He said, well, I can't ask you that. I said, no, I just found it funny.
Yeah.
But I got the registration to show you it's my vehicle.
Right.
So he was like, nah, I want your license. So now my license is behind my shield. So when I went to get him the license, he saw my shield. He took my license and he saw it.
Yeah.
And he saw me. But even further, you know what he said? What's that? Is that some job ID?
Oh man, come on.
I said, yeah, it's my ID. I'm a New York City correction officer.
Yeah.
So he asked me, I had a vest on, right?
Yeah.
Because I left the gym. I didn't put back on the sweater. Just put on the vest. It was just goose.
Yeah.
So my arms out. He said, so why you got the vest on? Is you hot? You know? I said, I left the gym. He asked me, do you have a firearm on you? I said, yeah. He said, so why would you go to the gym with your firearm?
Wow.
Now all of this now remember at this point, he knows I'm not a perp.
Right.
But we're going a little further. So I said, well, I left work and then I went to the gym.
Yeah.
So you work out like that?
All this was.
I said, now, I do, but to kind of tone it down, I said, I put it in a deposit box.
Right.
He said, well, you're not scared somebody take it? I said, it's in a deposit box. I go to a Gold's Gym, and everybody know Gold's Gym is like an unofficial law enforcement gym.
Right.
I said, but my uniform is in the trunk if you want to go in my trunk. So he detained me because he wanted to call my job.
Wow.
To verify. I don't know what he wanted to do. Because remember, outside of being law enforcement, correction, and all that, we had my ID, my registration, everything came up. So while we're going any further,
right,
because he asked me who's my supervisor. So he asked me for the number of my command. I gave him the number of my command. He calls my command to verify my existence. So after everything was settled, he turned around and told me, yo, you don't think next time somebody pull you over, officer, you don't think it would be wise to tell them you have a gun? I said, officer, you pulled me over and I complied.
Right.
Me putting a badge in your face and telling you I have a gun, that's not in the guidelines of why you pulled me over.
Right.
If I did something to make you pull me over, I was just moving in that order. You understand? Then when it comes down to you with the job, I could address that to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? He said, listen, mistakes can happen. Because I could have saw your gun and then it would have been a nasty situation. Now, I don't know where we going.
Yeah.
So but I dumbed it down.
Yeah.
You know, so I just want people to understand that as blacks, we do have problems like this.
Yeah.
So I just would like people to understand that on both sides, I want the young black American to understand, tone down the aggressiveness, even if you're in the right, because it gets crazy out there.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? Even though you're in the right, and that's what I'm speaking about, I might feel I'm in the right, but tone it down.
Yeah.
Okay? Because as a people, we need to be here for our kids.
I agree, definitely. It's because you put that out there, you know what I mean? Because we have a lot of situations like that, and for the youth that look up to you and me and other fitness people, that's good to hear from you, like how you challenge yourself, your attitude. It could, you could have been nasty about the situation, you know what I mean? So that was definitely good to put that out there, because people got to understand, in situations you got to know how to control yourself, no matter if you don't like it or not, because at the end of the day, it's just a no-win situation. We know that.
You know, spending 14 years on the rock, one thing I've learned, and I think I could be on social media, given my platform as an officer working in a maximum facility, anyone that knows me, they know I'm not an asshole. I don't come to work to oppress inmates.
Right.
I don't even see them as inmates. I see them as individuals that made choices that are now affecting their, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I made those mistakes.
Yeah.
So one thing is, when I see situations, I don't approach it like, fuck them, whatever. I always approach it like, listen, bro, sometimes they're in the right.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're in the right, and then they're being oppressed in some aspect.
Right.
So what I tell them is, even though you're in the right, address things in a positive manner. Because when you address it in a negative manner, now they're gonna say, look, they're gonna focus on what you're doing now, versus to not giving you your minimum standards,
right,
or what you're entitled to, because they're gonna highlight what you're doing right now. Because
right,
sometimes that's what we do, right? We do something, and we're not wrong, but we're perceived as being wrong.
Yeah.
So you know what we do? We get into that, fuck that, I ain't wrong, I'm going all out.
Yeah.
But remember, the system is funky.
Yeah.
So just know that righteousness is also humility.
Yeah.
So even if you're right, don't let them take you being right and make it into a wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because when you're wrong, you're dead wrong.
Yeah.
But when you're right, they can make it a wrong based on how you address stuff. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate, but this is how the world is today.
Yeah, it is.
You're judged before you accept it. You know, and that goes for all of us, you know. So the Avengers is more like us coming together as brothers, pushing a positive energy out there. And we just channel it a little on our culture because we have to. We love all cultures because I have white friends, Chinese friends, but y'all know this, and y'all know this well. We have to focus on our culture as well.
Right.
Because we need it. Bang, bang.